Me after London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo. You just in the pen, I can find you. 6-1 on the money, 9-2. You just say a word and I run through.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to look at my final degree classification results for uni. If you lot didn't know, I study economics in Middlesex University. So before I go and do that, I'm gonna run things through with you. The grades, you'll have numbers, so number 1 to 4, that's a first, and then for anywhere between a 5 and 8 you get a 2-1, and so on and so forth. Obviously first year does not count, but you still have to pass to get onto the next year. Obviously second year and third year, that's the ones that actually count. You have to pass all of your subjects to get an honours. So yeah, let me tell you what I did in second year. So in second year, I grade 2 in intermediate microeconomics, so that's basically a first. I got a 2 in applied econometric with economic policy and analysis. 2 courses that I did for that, I got a first. With the group presentation, I got a first, but you know how you have to have references at the end? I put all the references there, and the whole back bit, which is the references, said it was plagiarized. But how do you plagiarize like your references? Like, it doesn't make sense. You know, when you upload it to your uni, you can see like where it says similarities or whatnot, and it was saying 46% similarity, but it was literally all of the references. Brought up the subject to the person teaching it, and she's also the person running the course. I was like, look, basically everything that's highlighted is the references. So because of 46%, she deducted 10% away from our grade. So I went from 70%, which is a first, to a 2-1, like just a 2-1, so 60%. And she was saying, oh well, there's nothing I can do right now, I'm gonna have to speak with my colleagues. And I was thinking, you're the one who can change it. You can clearly see is literally the references, so basically all the links to where we got the information from. I was mega fuming about that, and that is the reason why I've got a 6 in it, so that's a 2-1 overall. And intermediate macroeconomics, when I tell you, macroeconomics is the death of me. I disliked it with a passion. You know, you had that one subject that you're studying in the year that you really hate. It's that, like, even since like 6th form when I was studying economics, I hated macroeconomics as a subject. I did not want to touch. I didn't want to go that way. I never chose the topics or the modules for second year. It was compulsory, so with that I was just pushing my luck. But yeah, in the end I got a 9, so that's a 2-2, which isn't bad. Like, that actually surprised me. Like, I was thinking, wow, I actually passed, and it's not like just a pass, it's a 2-2, so I'm quite happy with that. So just a little bit of background information. I did economics in A levels. I didn't get a good grade for it. I had to get it remarked as well, and it did push my grade up. But in A levels I got a D. I don't understand how, but I got a D, and you know, it is what it is. So that's why I'm hoping I've improved so much. So my third year models that I've done was development economics, social network and labour economics. If you lot think social network as in like social media, it's really not that. It is so much complicated than what you think it is. It's basically what people learn in like computer science. Then we had industrial economics, and the last one, banking theory and practice, I thought would be decent. I'll get along with it. That was the worst subject. No, it's not as worse as macro, but for this year it was the equivalent to macro. Like, I literally didn't want nothing to do with it, guys, let me tell you. But before I get to tell you behind the story stuff, I am going to see my grades. I've been waiting so long for it. Like, the individual module grades were out already, but I didn't want to see it because I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted it to be a surprise so I can feel myself doing it. But the final degree classification didn't come out up until today. Henceforth, I am filming right now. I'm really nervous. 3 years of, I hope, hard work paid off. I don't know, all of a sudden I'm getting really anxious and I'm getting like nervous. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at my grade and then I'll run through what the assessments and the exams that I had to do, the percentages, how they were weighed out afterwards. So let me log in to my university portal thing, guys. I'm so nervous. I don't know why, but I can't stop smiling. I've waited for this day for so long and now I don't even want to open it. Like, so weird. My grades and progression. Guys. I got a first. I got a first class on this. So you know when I was talking to you about the grades for social network and labour economics, I got a 3. That's a first. Development economics, got a 2. For industrial organisation, I got a 2. And for the one that I hated, I got a 3, so it's a first. I'm probably gonna like put it in the screen here. Let me tell you the assessments and stuff. Right guys, so I've calculated everything. Social network and labour economics, we had to do 2 tests, both worth 15% for that module. Test 1, it wasn't that good. I got 46.67%. Test 2, I got 60%. Coursework, which was 20%, I've got 75%, and the final exam 50%, I got 83%. So overall I got 72.5%. For industrial organisation, there was a test that's 30%, I've got 73%. Coursework, that is 30%, I got 85%, and a final exam which is 40%, I got 84.6%. so overall I got 81.24%. For development economics, for quiz 1 I got 70%, quiz 2 I got 95%, for test 1 I got 60%, test 2 I got 75%, and for the final exam I got 92%. It was out of 100, so that's 8 marks that I got wrong. Oh my gosh, with this module the exam was meant to be 2 hours, yeah, and our lecturer said we had 45 minutes to upload. So obviously as a student you're thinking, cool, I basically have 2 hours and 45 minutes for the whole exam. Obviously I wasn't going to leave it to the last minute. I was probably going to stop at like 2 hours and 20 minutes or 2 hours and a half and then start uploading. So when I was doing the exam, 2 hours have gone by now. I'm about to go on my last question. I didn't even see no email, but my friend Julie, she called me just past 2 hours and she was like, are you gonna submit your exam now? And I was like, no, why? And she was like, oh, because the lecturer sent an email, and in the email it said all of you should start uploading now. If you're not authorized to have overtime, your exam would not count. And there's me thinking, wait, I thought you said we have an extra 45 minutes to upload this. I was like, what the hell do? I still have a whole last question to do, and that's a big chunk, like a really big chunk of the exam paper. So what the hell am I gonna do? I don't know what I did. I literally rushed. I uploaded within 5 minutes. I think I genuinely put bullet points and just briefly explained, but I didn't go into depth. I wasn't expecting much, but to get 92%, which is like 8 marks off of the whole, that is insane. For the last one, the one that I dislike so much, we had to do 2 quizzes, 2 tests, and a final exam. So the quiz 1 weighed 5% and I got 85%. Test 1 weighed 20%, I got 34% in that. So with the test, yeah, because it was open book, it was originally open book from the get-go, even before COVID. I feel like because it was open book, everyone just brought all their lecture notes. It was like the hardest thing I had to do, even when I had my stuff with me. Like I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the question. So for quiz 2, which is 5%, I got 80%, and test 2, which is weighed 20%, I got 78%. I was so surprised. And with the final exam, which is worth 50%, I got 90%. Wait, that means I got like 10 marks away from 4 marks of a subject that I was really struggling on. Did you see how I went from a 34 to a 78 in the second test and a 90% in the final exam? No, do you know what it is? It's past papers. Honestly, when I did the first in-class test, I did not do no past papers because I thought it was open book. I thought it would be, you know, kind of doable. But literally, practice past papers. That's all you need. The exam is really similar to the past papers, and when you do past papers, you just understand how to do things. In the first in-class test, I looked at this table and I didn't know what to do. And it was very simple. I'm looking back at it now and I could just slap myself. Honestly, like, what? Guys, I actually can't believe I got my first class honours. It's so late at night. It's like 9:20 in the evening and I don't want to be screaming down to the house. I got a first class honours in an economics degree. Guys, there's a downturn to this. I will not be attending graduation this year because of this whole COVID-19 situation. I won't be able to take pictures and, you know, the little hat in my little robe. Alright guys, before I sign off, I would like to say a very big thank you for all the people that have supported me. Thank you Miss Bart, thank you Miss Cesario, my A-level teachers that taught me economics. Literally, they pushed me to do well. Despite of the grade that I got, literally without them, I wouldn't have graduated in economics with a first. Thank you so much, Linda. Linda is a very good friend of mine. We do training together and she is an economics teacher as well. I go to her when I need help and she's always there to help me. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you, Keishan, my boy bestie. I learned a lot from Keishan as well. Like, Keishan's so good. He got an A in A-levels for economics. Big up you. Like, day before exams and stuff, I always message him. I call him, I'll be like, look, I'm struggling to do this, could you help me? And although he gets annoyed, like, he knows it's all love, he still helps me out in the end. I'm so grateful for Keishan. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, Georgia, my best friend, the one who has stuck with me through uni, has my back. We've done this journey together. I'm so glad I've met a friend like you in uni. Guys, literally, it was just me and Georgia against the world, honestly. Like, you know how everyone has their big friendship groups in uni? It was literally just me and Georgia just strolling around. Literally. Also, thank you so much, Abraham, AB, my guy. He's in my economics class and whenever I struggle, he just knows it. There's even some days where he knows quicker methods than the lecturer, and sometimes when the lecturers are wrong and are confused, like, he's the one who's doing it right and he shows them, yeah, isn't this how you do it? Thank you so much. And thank you to my family who have supported me through this journey as well. Yeah guys, literally anything is possible. Like, from a D in A-level to a first in uni. That is insane. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, comment, subscribe, everything. I'm so hyped right now. Make sure you follow my socials. I'll put them in the description. I'm gonna go tell my parents now because I think they've been waiting for a very long time. This moment for a very long time. So see you guys in the next video.